Hey Beth, and welcome to the New Property Show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
You've come all the way down from Sydney.
I have.
A little bit of travel.
Yep.
But you run a national finance company, is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, and what do you specialise in?
So we're a mortgage management company that specialises in shared equity. So essentially we're helping people get into the property market with lower repayments in return for a share of the capital growth.
Okay, so you're behind, so you're picking up the share of the capital growth, is that correct?
No, so basically what we've done is we've looked at a way to help parents help their kids without the risk that's involved with that. So right now, the way that parents can help their kids is by doing a family guarantor or by giving a cash loan. But with that, there's that risk that's associated with it. So especially if they're doing a family guarantor, they're essentially putting their own home at risk with that child's property. Now what we've done is rather than having the family guarantor model, we've created, there's an equity partner that we have, which is a public property trust. The parents invest within the property trust instead. They get unit allocations, they get distributions on that. And then really HAS, which is where I stand, Home Affordability Solutions, stands between the client, the child, and the parent. And that's where we get our shared equity funding from.
Excellent. And how does that? How would they engage your services?
How does it work?
Yeah.
Yep. So really, you've got your standard model to get into the property market is you need a 20% deposit. Now, if you don't have a 20% deposit, you end up in the LMI territory, right? So you get higher interest rates, you get that penalty on top of it as well. But for you to save that 20% deposit, it used to take 10 years, but now with the rate increases over the last 17 months, it's now taking just over 11 years. And in that time, if you've saved that deposit, property's gone up by almost double in that window. So what we've done is the client or the child in this scenario only needs a 2.5% deposit plus stamp duty fees. We come in with a shared equity boost of 17.5%. And then you do a standard lend of 80%. So with that, you've got your 20% deposit with no LMI included and no family guarantees as well.
It's incredible. What about, have you applied this model? Because my mind immediately goes to investment.
Yep, of course.
Has that been considered? So
absolutely.
Typically I would recommend a client, even if it's going to be an investment, move into a property. Yep. I'd say a future investment property so they don't go too big. They might go 3 or 4 bedroom and then turn that there. But there's some people that still want to do rent vesting. They like where they live, they're at uni, they're studying, they can't get into, close to CBD in Sydney, it's going to be too expensive.
Yeah.
So they're going to need to go to Bathurst or regional.
Yep.
How does that, same scenario?
Well, you find that essentially with the essential workers.
Yeah.
So a lot of them do have to move outside of the CBD because they just can't afford to live there. So yeah, you can use it as an investment vehicle as well. So it is opened up to owner-occupiers and investors. Same structure, still need that 2.5% deposit. We come in with that boost and then the 80% as well.
What about servicing and some of the general criteria that would go through it? So is the loan treated more like a high doc, low doc, in between? How is that vetted there? And are you using the one bank that facilitates this, or your shared equities on top of another bank?
So shared equity is used on top of another bank.
Yeah.
So basically you've got your 80% with your standard lender. They've got the 80% interest rates for that component. And then we come in with that 17.5%. Our interest rates are 3.25%, interest only. Now that's fixed for 5 years, but we'll also match the loan term of that first mortgage as well.
Yeah.
So if it's a 30-year loan term, for instance, with the first lender, ours will also be 30 years. With our product, we generally want people to refinance after, let's say, 3 years. But if they say they're not ready to refinance, I mean, right now, 3.25% is a really good interest rate. So we've had quite a few people that are quite happy to stay on that 3.25. They can stay in that facility. It goes interest only for 5 years. In that 6th year, it goes to principal and interest, but it only increases by CPI. So it's a very marginal increase at that time.
It's incredible. What about your other facilities in your business? So, let's say, for example, you might be writing 10 loans a month on this shared equity. What's your percentage of other loans that you're writing in your business at the
So
moment?
we do just specialise in shared equity, but
Excellent.
what we're finding is it's actually quite versatile. So government's rolling out shared equity schemes at the moment. Basically, their solution is just to help people get into the property market. What we've found is that we can actually help with the servicing. So rather than doing a 17.5% shared equity, we'll go up to 37.5% shared equity.
Wow.
So with our servicing at 3.25%, that's obviously going to help. I mean, the banks, when you're putting in an application, they're putting a 3% buffer on their 80%, right? So if we increase the shared equity component, it means your borrowing capacity increases as well.
It's very niche, this.
It is very niche,
yeah.
and you still only need that 2.5% deposit. But what we've actually been tackling recently is the cost of living crisis. So there's quite a lot of people that are currently in debt facilities. When they entered into the market back in 2020 or earlier, when interest rates were below 2%, they were only serviced with that 3% buffer. We've now gone 4% higher than that. So they're no longer able to service what they're in. Right? So what we're suggesting is rather than refinancing their entire debt facility, they refinance a portion into shared equity as well and just allow that time to reset as well.
So it gives them some breathing room.
Absolutely.
There's always, and this is another topic for another day, but there's some solutions that we typically put forward, which is you've got 3 empty bedrooms.
Yeah.
Basically, a PPR can be an investment, and not only shared equity, but shared housing is another topic. But I do feel there's many ways.
Not for everyone, is it?
Not for everybody.
No.
Well, I mean, I know we used to fight with our brothers and sisters growing up, but now as adults it's a little bit different.
Sure.
But if you're putting your accountant's hat on and you can manage the personalities, it is very fruitful. Okay, one more thing there. So let's talk about paying down debt. Have you got a strategy there that you would recommend that a client does? I know you want to refinance out of your product within 3 to 5 years. But you're going to have a repeat client, because I feel you could almost transfer that equity onto another deal, so you get out of the PPR and then move that out of there. So what about wealth acceleration?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we do is we actually include the first 3 years of shared equity repayments into our facility as well. So we've serviced the client on the basis they're making the repayments on the 2 facilities from day one. So we tell them whether they do it or not, it's up to them, to throw what they should be putting in that second mortgage into that first mortgage. So reduce that principal as much as possible, so you have the ability to actually refinance and consolidate in that 3rd, 4th year. Now, because you've done that, you've now got another option to do it again, basically. So you can use the same model. A lot of our clients, they never realised they could enter into the market to begin with. Then they've gone through this model and now they're able to do an investment property as well.
And are you doing this just predominantly on established properties, or can you consider a construction loan?
We can consider construction as well. So we've done established apartments, townhouses, construction. It's very versatile.
It's almost a product you'd almost consider, because my brain's busy with this right now, would be buying established property, even though it's the new property show. But I'd be almost servicing to purchase a house that's on an 800 square metre block, using your facility to really, it's other people's money, to create and manufacture equity as well. So I think there's a couple of good things there. Last question for you. Finance. Why have you been involved in finance for 20 years? That's a long time.
It's a long time. So really, I actually thought I'd end up as a creative, end up in fashion. I did study fashion for some time. My dad is in finance, so him and I have really worked on this product for the last 20 years. I mentioned I've got 4 kids, so having 4 kids young and trying to live off, that salary and manage finances, it was something I was really passionate about. So it's always been underlying there for me. But yeah, I really do have a passion to help people not only get into the property market, but expand on that property wealth as well.
Well, we'd definitely love to see this facility offered more in Melbourne, Sydney, of course. Queensland and Perth are some of my favourite states to work with. So look forward to doing some business with you in the future, and let's get your voice out there about what you're doing and the impact that you're making. You've been a fantastic guest, and thank you for jumping on the New Property Show.
Thank you for having me.